Good evening, I'm Mr. Chris, and this evening I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the sugar-water density experiment. Now, I really like this experiment because when you do it in small groups with your students, there's enough tasks in this experiment that each child in the group will have a job to do. For this project, you will need one box of food coloring, which has 4 different colors in it. Next, you will need 4 different clear cups. Now, I'm using plastic cups, and I would suggest in your classroom using plastic so that it won't break. Okay, next you will need 1 cup of warm water. You will also need 1 cup of sugar. You will need 1 teaspoon. Now, for our purposes this evening, I have a set of teaspoons, but 1 teaspoon measuring will be good for each group. You also need a big spoon and a small spoon, and we'll get to those uses later. And you also need a larger container to pour the contents that will be in each cup into the larger container. For my purposes here, I have a mason jar, but you can use whatever as long as it's clear and has no color to it. For the first step, you're going to fill your cups with sugar. Okay, for the first cup, you're going to put 2 teaspoons of sugar. So there's 1 and 2. For the second cup, you're going to put 4 teaspoons of sugar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for the third cup, we're going to have to put 6 teaspoons. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, for the fourth cup, we're going to put 8 teaspoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. For the next step, we're going to add 6 teaspoons of warm water to each cup. For the third step, we're going to put 2 drops of food coloring into each cup. So for the first cup, we're going to do red. For the second, we'll do yellow. For the third, we'll do blue. And for the fourth, we'll do green. For step 4, you're going to take your small spoon and you're going to stir each cup until the sugar and the food coloring is mixed up. Okay, for our final step, and this is my favorite step, what we're going to be doing is taking all of our mixtures and pouring them into our larger glass or plastic container. Now, most students who are mature will be able to handle this. You may need the assistance of a paraprofessional, a volunteer, or someone else in the classroom, but I think our higher level grade students could be able to handle it. So first what we're going to do is take the most dense mixture that we have, which is the one that has the most sugar. Now we're going to be using our big spoon because we're going to put the big spoon in and we're going to pour our mixture on the back of the spoon so that we don't pour it in harshly. Okay, so we saw the mixture as it went in. Okay, next we're going to pour the second dense mixture, which was our blue. And next we're going to pour the third one, which is our yellow. And lastly we'll pour in our red. Once we have them all poured in, you will see the layers have separated. In natural light, we cannot see the different mixtures. However, when we use a flashlight, we are able to see how each color separated. On top we have our red, there's our yellow, and there's like a level of green, and then there's a level of blue, and then another level of green. So it's interesting how our 6 teaspoons of sugar and our 8 teaspoons of sugar have mixed to form 3 different rings. So again, there's our green, there's our blue, there's our green-yellow mix, there's our yellow, and then there's our red. And that is all for this experiment of the sugar water density project. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you'll try it with your students.